Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, let me introduce ourselves. We are from Group 3, Class A, Digital Marketing, Universitas Negeri Jakarta. This time, we will present a poster we create and title is Controlling Function of Management. Before that, allow us to introduce ourselves. Starting to me, my name is Sabrina Putramanda and student ID is 17144250039.
My name is Shivana Bilaris with student ID 17144251110.
Hello, my name is Danang Bramantio and my student ID is 17144250089.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Rafa and my study ID is 1714425 and 117.
Okay, so what is the controlling function in management? The controlling function in management is the process of monitoring and evaluating performance to ensure organizational goals are achieved according to plan. This function is crucial for maintaining accountability, optimizing research, and increasing employee and motivation. Okay, next for the example of the application of the controlling function of management in the following case. In 2023, whenever Indonesia experienced a decline in efficiency due to frequent machine downtime and 2.5% product defect. Through its control function, management identified the case as lack of machine maintenance and operator training. After implementing routine maintenance and retraining, efficiency increased to 92% and the effect dropped to 0.8%. Okay, so that's the explanation about the basic concept of controlling function in management with the example and case. And now let's move on to the Shivana Bilaris for the next material.
Okay, this time I'm going to talk about the steps in performing controlling. There are four main steps we need to understand. The first step is to define performance targets as the main guideline. At this stage, we set clear and measurable performance standards that will serve as the benchmark for evaluating success. This standard acts as a guide for everyone in organization, so that all departments and employees move in the same direction. Without clear standard, it would be difficult to measure how well the organization is performing. The second step is to evaluate actual results using measurable data. This means collecting real, accurate, and objective data to see how the organization is actually performing compared to the plan. By using measurable data, management can identify whether operations are effective, efficient, and aligned with the goals, or if there are any performance gaps that need to be fixed. The third step is to compare actual outcomes with the established standard. In this step, the results that have been measured are compared to the performance targets set earlier. This comparison allows management to determine if performance meets, exceeds, or falls below expectation. From here, we can identify which areas need improvement and take necessary action. And finally, the last step is to take corrective actions to ensure goals are achieved. If there are any problems or deviations from the plan, management must take corrective measures immediately. This could involve adjusting work procedures, providing additional training for employees, improving equipment maintenance, or even redesigning strategies. The goal is to make sure that organizational performance gets back on the track and the company's objectives are successfully achieved. So that is the explanations about the steps in performing controlling. And now let's move on to Bama for next materials.
I want to talk about function and benefit of controlling. The first one is measuring and evaluating performance. This means checking how well goals are achieved. We measure results to compare them to target and see what's working or not. It helps manager know if the team performing effectively and where improvements are needed. And the second one is identifying deviation and maintaining accountability. Here, we find the difference between what were planned and what really happened. If something goes off tracks, manager can fix it. Accountability means everyone is responsible for their result, so works becomes more transparent and reliable. 3. Enhancing coordination and motivation. Performance control helps teamwork better together. When people know their efforts are being recognized and they feel motivated, it also builds teamwork and keeps everyone focused on the same goals. And the last one, supporting decision making and resource optimization. By evaluating performance, manager get data to make better decision. They can use resources like money, time, and staff more efficiently. This helps the organization reach its goals faster and smarter. So, that's the explanation about the steps in measuring and evaluating performance. And now, let's move on to Muhammad Rafa for the next materials.
And okay, this time I'm going to talk about challenge in the controlling. There are 4 main steps we need to understand. The first is setting appropriate standard. The first challenge in the controlling process is the setting appropriate standard. Standard must be clear, realistic, and measurable so that performance can be evaluated and accurately. The second is data collection and analysis. Accurate and timely data is the essential for effective control. Manager must be collect, analyze, and interpret information correctly to make informed decision. And then the third is resistance to control. Employee may resist control system if they feel resisted or not trusted. Manager need to communicate clearly, involve employee in the goal setting, and make control system supportive rather than punitive. And the last is dynamic environment. The business environment change rapidly due to technology, competition, and customer needs. Manager must be continuously adapt control system to stay relevant and effective in a dynamic environment. So that's the explanation about the challenge in the controlling.